Welcome. We are a mother-daughter podcast about all things surrogacy. Together, we have brought 8 beautiful babies into this world, and we would like to share through education and knowledge about surrogacy with those who want to educate themselves on the topic. This is Stop.Sit.Surrogate. Have you ever thought about growing your family but aren't sure what your options are? Or maybe you're someone who wants to help others experience the joy of parenthood? That's where Northwest Surrogacy Center comes in. Northwest Surrogacy Center is a full-service surrogacy agency that guides intended parents and surrogates through every step of the journey, with compassion, transparency, and personalized care. From matching to legal support to emotional wellness, they make what can feel overwhelming feel deeply human and supported. Whether you're considering surrogacy to grow your family or you're ready to become a surrogate yourself, Northwest Surrogacy Center is there to walk beside you every step of the way. Visit northwestsurrogacycenter.com. That's nwsurrogacycenter.com to learn more and take the first step towards something truly life-changing. Northwest Surrogacy Center. Love makes families. Surrogacy makes babies. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stop.Sit.Surrogate. Today we have a beautiful, lovely guest. I'm very excited to talk with you. We were talking a little bit before. This is a longtime listener, which always just makes me so happy. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. So, hey, my name is Amber. I am from Georgia. I am a one-time surrogate working on journey number 2, and I work for Exceptional Fertility.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We will get into your job in a minute, but I really want to know how you found out about surrogacy. Did you know someone who
So,
did it?
actually, yes. So, I live in a very small town, and I always was like a little bit interested, like, oh, that'd be really cool to do, but no one around here does that. And I actually went to church with her, and she was doing a twin journey when I was pregnant with my son. And
Wow.
so after that, I just kind of reached out and I was like, "Hey, like, how did you get into this? Where did you go? What do you
Yeah.
do? Tell me about it." And so she just told me everything about it, and I was like, "Okay." So I talked to my husband, and we decided to move forward.
Oh my God. Well, so you found out about this while you're pregnant with your own child, and then you
I
were
did.
like, "Yeah, I can do this again mid-pregnancy. I
Hmm.
can do this again." You already sound like a surrogate. Yeah, I'm gonna get pregnant again. I love that. How funny. Okay, so when you so how quickly after then were you like, baby's born, now I can move on? Like not move on, but move forward in the process.
Yeah. So, everybody says you have to be finished with your family first, just because if something happens. My husband and I have always said, like, we want 2 kids. As soon as we had our son, he did not sleep,
Oh,
and he still does not sleep, and he's 4. And so we're like, nope, we're done.
oh.
And so he was going on 1, I believe.
Okay.
My goal was to breastfeed for a year. And so I applied, I would say, in November 2022.
Okay.
And he turned 1 in December. And so my coordinator reached out and she was like, "Hey, well, you're breastfeeding, like you have to stop breastfeeding for the time being. So like when you're done, just let me know." And so I
Sure.
was like, "Okay, cool." So I reached back out about February 2023.
Okay.
That's really when I jumped in and I was like, "Okay, let's do this. Let's hit the ground running." And then it all hit me where you have to just hurry and wait because you have to wait for everything.
Everything. It would be such a dream if we were like, okay, sign up today. Okay, match tomorrow. Okay, pregnant next week. Like,
Yes, yes,
maybe
that would
one day.
be so amazing.
Right.
But
Amazing.
the medical records, getting all of that, it's just like, oh,
But
can we hurry? Can we have a
seriously, because
universal system?
it's the annoying thing about it is like it's not like we could make it fast, but it's like relying on other people to like
Hmm.
understand our urgency and make it fast because they
Definitely.
don't.
So I'm also going to throw another curveball at you.
Oh,
So before I worked here, I was a medical assistant for my OBGYN.
how
So
fun.
so I have that side of things as well. And so I was able to be like, "Hey, send my records. Hey, send my records."
Oh my gosh. That's a huge perk. That did it
Yes,
work? Did it
yes.
get to
Oh,
go faster?
yes.
Oh, dream.
Yes, definitely. They got my records literally the same day.
Oh my gosh, what a dream. That's super
So
nice.
I was like, thank you.
Seriously. Okay,
Hmm.
so when it came time for your journey, did you just go with the same agency that your friend told you? Like, or did you do
Yes.
research or okay, yeah.
I just went with the same agency. It was kind of one of those things I jumped into at first. I didn't
Sure.
know a whole lot. And actually, that's when I found your podcast and started learning a lot.
Oh,
But they are actually 30 minutes from me. And so
wow.
they do things. We have a lot of local surrogates in the area. And so um, I was able to come and like meet everybody. We went out for lunch. Yeah. So it was really nice. I loved
That is
it.
super nice. You don't hear about that very often anymore. I mean, like back when my mom did it, like a lot of people would meet in person and like it would be obviously because back then technology wasn't like the go-to thing. So that's cool that that kind of still exists in some parts of
It
this
does. It does.
industry. I love that.
Hmm.
How cool.
Um, and I actually, so my first match, I was matched with a single intended mom. I had one transfer, the transfer didn't take.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
That's hard.
then, yeah, so then after that, we attempted a second, and then my lining just wasn't adequate.
Okay.
So we ended up breaking match after that one. She only had 3 embryos, and so she was just kind of like, let's try something different.
Sure.
Um, and so I broke match with her. I actually have a little timeline written out.
I love
Um,
you.
so my first transfer was in February. No, no, I'm sorry. So I did like med screening with her in over the summer, like August. And
Okay.
then my first transfer was not until January or February of 2024.
Okay. So kind of like a whole year from like being like, hey, agency, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because when I initially signed up, I thought I thought I had a match, like an independent match that I was gonna bring,
Okay.
but that didn't work out. So it just took me a minute to like
Sure.
match with someone. And so that that ended, I would say May of 2024.
Okay. When I
Okay.
do have a question, so when, because first time surrogates, right? Some are
Mhm.
like, I have a checklist of things I want my IPs to be. And then some are like, give me anybody. I'm here for
Mhm.
anything. And then there's the in between. Were you leaning more one way or were you like, hey, if I read the profile and we click, I'm good?
Yeah. So I'm definitely in the Bible Belt. And so
Okay.
my family is very religious. And so at first I was kind of like heterosexual couple only, just
Sure.
because family judgment and things like that.
I
Personally,
get
I
that.
didn't care,
Yeah.
but it was just that sort of thing. And so I was open to an extent to pretty much anybody except for like a gay couple.
Sure.
And so it just honestly was just like you said, I just wanted to look at the profiles and just see what
Yeah.
kind of clicked. And that first time it was honestly like a yes. I was yes, 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 yes. You know.
Yeah.
Looking back, maybe that wasn't so a great idea.
But that's the, and I say this lovingly. That's like the, because that was me too. That was like the sweet naiveness of being a first
Hmm.
time surrogate. Like, you want a baby? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it. Like, I'm ready. You
Yes.
seem ready. We can do this. And it's just like you just want to get going and like, why not?
Hmm.
Like everybody's got to be nice, right? But
Yes. Well, I also wasn't super thrilled with that match. We were on email terms the whole time, and like I wanted
email
more. Hmm.
in
I wanted more.
2023?
It was very professional. And it was like she was a lawyer, so it was just all like boom, boom, boom. There was nothing like personal to it. She sent me like a couple things for like Christmas or something, but other than that, it was just so like detached, if that makes
More
sense.
business. Like,
Hmm.
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that's not what I wanted. But I
Right.
didn't know that that's not what I wanted.
And see, you don't know until
Hmm.
until it's there. And that's
Yes.
the part of learning. Okay, so then you have a transfer. Is that who you met? Is that the mom that you had that
Yes.
you did the transfer with?
Yes. That was first time.
Okay.
So I had the failed transfer in, I think it was February, and then we attempted again in May. Um, and the May one was a canceled cycle.
Because of the
And
lining.
yes, and I
Okay.
actually came out to San Diego for that. So I was near you guys.
Oh my gosh, you should have been like, "Hey girl." Ah,
So near you for that one. And so then I would say the beginning of June is when we broke match.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
So like right after.
Yes.
How were
Um,
you? Did you, were you like, I hate to say like, were you okay, but like, did you see it coming or like,
no, like I kind of with the first one, so like my transfer just didn't take at all. Like I just didn't get pregnant. I had a false pregnancy test at home because I was testing at home. And so I got
okay.
a little glimmer of hope and then I was like, oh, this isn't working. And I
Yeah.
didn't understand. I was like, like there's no reason this shouldn't work,
Right.
and that's just how I thought.
Oh, yeah.
And then when it came to the canceled cycle, I was a little disappointed. Like I said, the communication, I had emailed mine to the mom and told her like what was going on, and I never got a response.
Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, no, no. So
that's not how it should go.
never got a response. And then the clinic was like, oh, we're just waiting on her to let us know what next steps are. We're waiting on her. We're waiting. And then
Mm,
finally, after I got off work one day, I had an email from her that just said, I've decided not to move forward. And she didn't even tell the agency.
really?
Hmm. So,
Oh, wow. I'm really sorry. That's a hard pill
yeah,
to swallow, especially as a
it
first-time
is.
surrogate, because I want to let you know nothing. You did nothing wrong. Like
Right, right.
that's
And
not on
that's
you at all.
definitely, and that's
Yeah.
something that I also try, like now being in the industry, like I try to let my surrogates know, like,
Yeah.
hey, if this doesn't work, it's not your fault, you know?
It's still science. It's still, I
Mm-hmm.
hate to say that IVF is still a gamble. Like, but it is. It's kind of like roll the dice and let's more times than not, it will be,
Right.
it'll land perfectly. But there are times when it just doesn't, and that's on nobody's fault. It's
Yes,
just
yes.
luck of the draw.
And obviously going into it not knowing as much, like you don't know that. And so definitely that's
Yeah.
why the research is very important, I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely. Okay, so then if that ends in June, are you
Hmm.
stay with the same agency the whole time?
I do.
Okay, and
Yes.
so then
They are
how
very
quickly? Oh,
they're
sorry.
very adamant to get me a good match.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yes.
Good. Okay, good. So
Um,
they were there to support you?
100%.
Okay, love that.
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
I kind of came in as like, okay, here's what I'm actually looking for now that I've been through this one time. Like, this is what I'm looking for. I want to see more profiles this time. I'm not
Good
gonna
for
just go
you.
with the first one that I see.
Good for you, girl.
Yes. So they were able to kind of go back and forth with that. And the way it works here is they typically show the intended parents the surrogate first and just make sure that like they're okay with their bottom line, like everything. And then like we let the surrogate know, like, hey, there's an interest in your profile. Would you like to see this intended parent? And yes, most of the time they want to
Right,
see them. And
right,
so that's generally how it works. But
okay,
it's basis. It's everybody's different. It's based
right,
different. So in my instance, I think they did show me profiles prior to the parents seeing me.
okay.
I got a profile from Samantha that you had talked to. I was actually with a different coordinator, and Samantha had this set of parents, and they sent these parents to me, and I read their profile, and the first words out of my mouth was, I love them. And
Oh,
everybody else, it was just like, oh, I like them. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I'm interested, just kind of But it was just like, I love them. I have to meet them. Okay.
yeah. Perfect. That's how it
Um,
should be. That's the feeling you should get.
Definitely, definitely. And I actually have my whole timeline out here. So July 2nd is when I
Okay.
had my Zoom call.
Okay.
That
Of
was
wait,
2024.
24. Okay.
So I
Okay.
had my Zoom call with them. And if I'm remembering right, like it was on a Tuesday. And then that Thursday, I had another Zoom call scheduled with, they were actually in Arizona. And then I had the parents that were in Atlanta, which is, of course, local to
Oh,
me.
really close to you.
Yes. So I was going to talk to both of them and just see which one I liked more because
Yeah.
they were both pretty interesting. And I had that Zoom call and I got off and I was like, nope, that's it. That's them.
Oh my God, the Arizona one?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
So I was like, that's them. So my coordinator called and she was like, what'd you think? And I was like, that's it. Like, how do I not have this other call? Because I know this is them. And she was like, it's okay. Like, we'll just tell them, that you matched with someone. And I was like, okay, cool. Um, so we did that. They moved forward with getting medical records approved with the clinic. So that took a minute. That was done on July 18th. So
Wow. Wow.
pretty
Quick.
quick.
Yeah.
hmm On July 29th is when I did my like baseline. They let me do my everything like locally to
Wow.
me. So like I had my pap and like the
Yeah.
breast exam and all of that done. Um, then on the 12th, I did my like saline ultrasound of August. So August the 12th.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. I was ready at this point,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, for sure.
So I did my saline ultrasound. All of that came back good. That was 8/12, and then 8/13, I had my psych appointment. It was just mine.
Okay.
And then we also had to do a group psych, and that was on 8/19.
Oh my goodness, is this quick?
Yes, yes. This one was very quick compared to the first time.
Yeah.
And I was very shocked. So, so then 8/26, I'm officially medically cleared.
Wow.
hmm Legal, we finished that on 10/10.
Okay.
And
Wow.
then
Quick.
girl, like I can break this down to like my cycle day one was 10/25. I started
That
estrogen
is,
on this day.
oh
Like
my gosh, I love that you have all that.
I purposely, because like I knew that I wanted to do your podcast.
Oh
So
my gosh, I love you.
like I just wanted to keep up with everything. I was like, because I know you ask all this. Like,
Oh
so
my
how was your meds? What was your med protocol?
What was your med pro? Oh, that's a great one. What was your med protocol for the first
Um,
one?
so I actually have both of those on my computer.
I love you. This is so great.
So it was a little bit different. So my very first transfer that didn't take, I just
Okay.
did Lupron, which is the shots in your stomach that
Yep.
like suppresses your ovaries. So I
hmm
did that for a little bit. That clinic was insane. I had to do Lupron, I had to do oral estrogen plus patches. Okay.
I would love the patches. I never got to do those.
In addition, I also had to do estrogen injections.
Okay, that's a lot of estrogen.
Yes, we had to bump down on my estrogen.
Whoa,
I'm telling you, they were crazy.
that is a lot.
Progesterone was also in all three forms, oral, vaginal, and injectable.
Oh, suppositories suck.
Yeah, yeah. I know y'all talk about it though. It honestly wasn't that bad for me. I didn't
You're
feel
one
like
of
it
the lucky
was,
ones.
yes, yes. So I don't know what it was, but
Your body can just handle it.
yes. They also did a combination of like two or three antibiotics, and I normally it's just like one antibiotic like right before your transfer.
Right. Okay. Wow. Wow. That's a lot
I
of
was
medications.
also on prednisone, and like they
Okay.
didn't explain to me like why for some of it.
Oh, okay.
And so and then I was on birth control pills as well.
Okay. So I've been on prednisone before, and that's
Okay.
just to kind of my understanding when I asked, I was like, this is to bring inflammation down. What are we doing? And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just to like make sure that you're chilling. Like everything's good. There's no basically it's to calm everything and make everything just cozy, happy, healthy,
Okay.
same level, which
Mm-hmm.
I get, but it's a very I was always very weirded out. I'm like, prednisone's a very strong drug. Why are we going on a steroid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then the second time they hit me with a new protocol because they were like, okay, well the first one didn't work, so let's do something different.
Yeah.
They put me on heparin, which is a blood thinner.
Yes, it is.
And so I did heparin injections on top of everything else. I
Not
I think
baby
the second
aspirin?
time, oh, I was on baby aspirin as well. I forgot that one. I
That's
was on, I was literally on a handful
everything.
of pills.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. But heparin, I've never heard, not
Mm-hmm.
saying that this doesn't happen. I've just never heard of somebody being on heparin. It's always baby aspirin because that's a blood
Mm-hmm.
thinner and that's just like a mild version of it.
So
That's really
if I'm counting correctly, so leading up, I was on the birth control, the Lupron, clindamycin, which is an antibiotic.
hmm
So that's three. Then I started estrogen and prenatal. So that's five.
That's a lot already.
And then one, two, three, four more. So that's nine.
Pills?
A
Or
variation.
it's just
Pills,
everything together, right?
injections, plus there's the estrogen injection. So I would say like 10 to 11 medications I was on. Literally insane. And I need to also mention I'm a horrible pill taker.
No, it's okay. I know I have to have alarms on everything. But like,
No, like I physically like struggle taking
oh,
pills.
taking them. If
And
they're
so
the
like
horse ones,
I have to do like one at a time.
oh yeah. Oh, I don't get how people can do multiple. Like just like a handful, I would choke.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So I went from that to
Wow.
my clinic where my transfer work. I did two estrogen tablets twice a day. And then right before transfer, I did doxycycline, which is the antibiotic,
Mhm.
and progesterone injections. And that was it.
That
And
was
then
for the second one.
maybe I did baby aspirin, but it's not on here. And
Sure.
of course, like a prenatal.
You probably did. Yeah. That's way less. I'm not a doctor, but that the first round seems like that's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Going like that's
Yeah.
too much for your body to process.
And like they literally, so I left the day like my cycle got canceled. I left that day and then I did not hear back. My appointment was say like 10 o'clock that morning, right? I did not
Yeah.
hear back from them until like 6 p.m. to let me know that my cycle was canceled.
Oh, well, that's not what?
Yeah.
That I mean
It
that
was
tracks with
ridiculous.
everything I've heard about them, but
Ridiculous.
yeah, no, because that's normally they'll tell you right then and there, like, oh, your lining's not thick enough, so like we gotta postpone. Like,
They made it seem like, oh, like we're just gonna have to talk to the doctor and we'll see like what he says.
okay.
I was like, all right. And then side note also, do you watch The Mormon Wives?
Oh my, do I watch The Secret Lives of Mormon
Yes.
Wives? Of course they do. I
So
get judged for it.
Macy, oh, don't be judged. We all love it.
Love it.
Macy actually went to that clinic that when we were watching it, I was like, oh my gosh, I looked at my husband. I was like, that's where we went.
Shut up. Oh, how funny.
Yes.
Oh, how
I was like, oh,
funny.
that's crazy. Oh,
That's
I
kind
hit
of
something
far
on my
from her,
AirPod.
isn't it? They're Utah.
Yeah, I don't
Is my
know.
geography wrong? Are you guys close to
No,
Utah?
no.
No, you're not. I didn't think so.
Well, that was in Utah and California. It's not that far, I don't think.
Oh, in California.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I don't know why I'm thinking it's in Georgia.
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry you had to go through all that. That's a lot. That's crazy. But at least
Hmm.
the second time, we got it all.
Yes,
We got it all
yes,
figured
yes.
out.
And
So
it
did
worked
it,
the first time.
I was gonna say, did it work the first time? Was it a one
Hmm.
embryo transfer?
It was,
Okay.
yes,
Did
yes.
it split?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
good. Okay.
I've only done a singleton.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so back to my little timeline here.
Yeah.
So my transfer was, I didn't write this down for some reason. My transfer was November 13th. And
Okay.
like I said, it was in Arizona. We were in the Phoenix area, and I brought my mom with me to transfer.
Aw.
Um, Me and my mom are both just like she's one of my biggest supporters, other than my husband. Me and her are both just alike. We will go somewhere and we won't have a plan, and we'll just go.
That's
And so we ended up driving
perfect.
like 3.5 hours. I had to go down like a day early for an
Okay.
ultrasound. And so
Hmm.
we had like 2 days before the transfer. So we spent the day in between. We went to the Grand Canyon.
How fun.
Oh, it was so fun. And so like that was just such a good memory because like I don't know that I would have
Yeah.
ever went without doing this.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
of course, like we paid for everything, like as far as like that goes. Like we didn't put that on my
Sure.
intended parents or anything, but oh, it was so nice. But I got to meet my intended parents then.
Oh.
We met the day before my transfer. We went to like a Mexican restaurant and I got to meet them and we took pictures and oh, it was just so nice.
Aw. I
And
love that.
I actually learned, so they found me off a third party off of Ghost Dork, and Exceptional works with Ghost Dork.
Oh, okay.
And they said like my intended mom started like telling me like, because I asked, well, how did you guys find me? Like that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like, how did you get to Exceptional? You're all the way in Arizona and they're in Dalton. Like, how
Yeah.
did you match up? And she said, they found me on there and they said that they had went through like 80 profiles, literally. And she was like, we just did not find the one. And
Wow.
I had not said anything to her at this point about like my story of how I felt about them.
Right.
And the first thing out of her mouth was, we just read your profile and fell in love with you.
Oh,
And I was
see,
like,
meant to
it's meant
be.
to be.
Meant to be.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Um,
amazing.
so it was just like we just loved each other. And then it also like she felt good because I worked in OB and I was able to like, be there.
Huge. Like if I was an
Yes.
intended parent, huge sigh of relief.
Yes,
Like,
big flex.
oh, she knows what to do, what not to, like, not that surrogates don't. That's not what I'm saying. Like
Right.
I didn't work in OB at all, but like just an extra level of like, whew, okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like something's off, you can immediately just go be like, hey doc, what you think?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
100%.
oh, love that.
100%.
Gosh. Ah.
So, they came to the transfer as well.
Oh, both of them?
They did, yes,
Were
both
they
of
allowed
them.
in the room when it was happening?
They were. So they both were there, and so was my mom. My mom was like, "This is weird. I'm here while you get pregnant."
Oh my gosh. Party in the room.
And what was so funny is, so I don't know how your transfers have ever been, but I just had a gown on, but I was clothed from the waist up. And so
Okay.
when I went to sit down on the bed, they were like, "You're gonna have to like pull the gown out from under you." And so like I didn't want my butt to show, so I'm just trying to like, scoot down.
Be ladylike. Yeah.
And I said, "Well, at least you took me to dinner first."
Very cute. Oh my gosh. That's so
Oh, so
Oh.
so we transferred a little girl, so
So you
they knew it
knew
was a
going
girl.
in. Okay.
They knew it was their healthiest embryo, and it just happened that they did want a girl.
Oh,
So
perfect.
that worked. So that was the 13th of November, and then my first beta was the day before my birthday on the 22nd of November.
Gosh, what a
Um,
nerve-wracking birthday.
yes, yes. I think it was actually supposed to be on my birthday, but it was on a Saturday. And
Okay.
so they moved it to the day before. I don't remember my numbers though.
That's okay. They were clearly like they
Yes,
weren't
they were
low where you
wonderful.
were like scared, right?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
wonderful.
Okay, great.
Right where they were supposed to be. I was able to also like reassure her because I knew,
Yeah.
And then we got a heartbeat confirmation on 12/19, and then on 1/3/2025, I was released to my OB.
Oh my God, I just got the chills. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wow, that happened so freaking quick.
Definitely. And it's gonna blow your mind too. So I delivered July 19th and I matched with them July 2nd.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a
Yes.
very quick journey.
It was, especially like I said, compared to the
Yeah.
first intended parents that I was with.
Sometimes we gotta go through some bumps to get to the other side. But
Yes.
that's really amazing. So how was like pregnancy? Like did you have complications? Everything was
Yeah.
smooth sailing?
So I was very sick with my son,
Okay.
nauseous. I never threw up with him, but I was just very nauseous all the
Mm-hmm.
time. With her, no sickness at all. I was like, okay, what
Dream.
is this? Love it. But pregnancy, I honestly would have to like remind myself, hey, you're pregnant, because I wasn't looking forward to my own baby.
Right. You have a different
Um,
mindset when it's not
Definitely.
yours.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, everybody at my work knew because I was very open with it with them and they were all excited for me. And
Aw.
so the physician's assistant that I worked for, she was like, we would be in a room doing a pap smear with somebody and she'd be like, "Did you know she's pregnant?" And
Oh
they
my
would be like,
gosh.
"Oh, congratulations." And she would say, "It's not hers."
So she enjoyed that part. She
She
was like,
did.
this
She
is my
did.
friend. She is pregnant, but it's not hers. I'm just gonna
Yes.
have this
She
conversation with everyone.
loves telling all the patients about it.
I love that. That it's a fun shock. I speak from experience. It's a very
Uh-huh.
fun shock
Uh-huh.
factor.
And my husband loved it too. My husband would be like, oh yeah, Amber's pregnant, but it's not my baby. And they'd be like, oh man, I'm so sorry. And he'd be
Oh
like, oh,
my
it's
God.
not hers either.
Oh, that's right. That's so funny. That's
So
cute.
yeah, he loved it also.
That's so
But
fun.
yes, so pregnancy wise, it was all good.
Good.
I did fail my gestational diabetes screening, so I had gestational diabetes.
Oh, you did have gestational diabetes?
I did. And one thing about me is I'm a very picky eater.
Okay.
I eat like a toddler. So, the only vegetables I like are green beans and potatoes are starch. So,
At least you like green beans. Like I tell my son the same thing. The only thing he'll eat is broccoli. So I'm like, at least you got one vegetable.
exactly.
Just eat a bunch of that.
Um, so definitely had to make a bunch of changes because at this point I 100% knew that like I want to do this again.
Okay.
And so I did not want to be disqualified by, because if you go on medication, you're disqualified.
I was gonna ask. So, because we actually haven't really talked about gestational diabetes
I
in
got you.
in anything, in pregnancy or in surrogacy. So I am curious. So you failed the hour one, right? I hate saying you
Yeah,
failed. You
I
didn't pass
failed
the
the
hour
one
one.
hour.
Okay.
I failed it by I think it was like 160 or 170, and at my
Okay.
office the cutoff is 140.
Okay.
So a little education, and it's not cheating, but it's cheating almost. But if you go into it with the right mindset and like more education about it, so as a
For sure.
pregnant woman, you're not supposed to go more than like a couple hours without eating anything,
Okay.
because it makes your body like take its own fat pretty much, like you go into
Okay.
like ketoacidosis.
Sure.
And so we say in the OB world, like you need to eat 6 small meals a day, kind of thing,
Sure.
right?
Hmm.
So when I was preparing for my 1 hour, I was uneducated even working there. Like I didn't know a whole lot
Oh,
about it. And I went into it fasting. So let's say I didn't eat after like 6 or 7 p.m. and then I did my test first thing the next morning. So that was almost 12 hours, if not more than 12 hours with no food, right?
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so what happens is your pancreas like will dump you a lot of sugar
Mm.
once you get to a certain point, and so you get this big overrush of sugar, and like it can cause your fasting things to be abnormal, like in this scenario. Does that make sense?
It does. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done that. I always made mine like first appointment in the morning because I'm like, okay, you guys
Mm-hmm.
told me I couldn't eat before or whatever, blah, blah,
And
blah, blah,
and every
blah.
office is different for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
How interesting though.
But my recommendation and like going forward, like I started telling patients like eat before, just don't eat anything super sugary,
Sugary, right?
eggs, no bread because bread turns to sugar,
Don't eat a
just something
brownie.
like
My
you're
my
right.
sister-in-law ate a
Protein.
brownie and failed.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Protein, 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 protein.
Hmm.
And so like it was one of those things like I wish I could have like went back and just done my 1 hour again.
Aw.
And realistically, like I probably could have, like I worked there. I could just kind of get by.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, I'll just do the 3 hour. Like I'm not gonna fail. I failed by 1 point.
Oh no, by 1 point.
So for the 3 hour, you have four lab draws. Typically, you have a fasting, a one
Yep.
hour, a 2 hour, and a 3 hour.
It's super fun.
Um,
Yep.
my fasting was abnormal, and it was abnormal by like not a lot. It was
Okay.
very minimal. And then the other values, they varied based on like which hour you're in. So
Okay.
like I don't remember which one it was for sure, but like I think it might have been the 2 hour. It has to be under 140 for that
Okay.
one. And I was literally like 141. So,
Rosie.
and to fail the 3 hour, you have to fail two numbers. And so I failed the fasting and the 2 hour.
Oh
And then my other two were good. But so I literally failed it by 1 point. If I would have been 1 point below, I would have passed it.
Oh my gosh, how annoying.
So I was like, okay, I'm not the best with diets, but we're gonna do this. So I forced myself, not forced, but kind of
Yeah.
forced myself to drink 2 bottles of water after every meal.
Okay.
And so I definitely got my water. My fasting was my biggest issue,
Mm.
because you can't control it. It's
Yeah.
there whether you're you've ate or not, you know. I did all the tips and tricks. My high risk doctor said, you know, check it while you're still laying down, don't get up, like all the things. I tried everything.
Yeah.
They were really close to putting me on insulin. I also started taking like cinnamon capsules because cinnamon's good for your sugar.
Oh,
And it's just cinnamon, like it's not going to hurt.
okay.
So I was willing to try whatever. I also started riding 8 miles on an exercise bike. I worked up to eight, but I did that every night after dinner
You go, girl.
because it was sweltering hot.
Yeah,
Um, and so I wasn't going to get outside and walk.
I feel
So
that.
yeah, yeah. So that actually ended up leveling out my fastings. And so
Wow.
the dietitian was like hardcore pressing, like, hey, you should do insulin. And I was like, my doctor was saying, no, you're fine. Like, you got this.
Yeah.
Because they knew like that I was really working towards doing surrogacy again and I couldn't do insulin. And so I just kept telling my diabetic educator, I was like, I'm gonna wait until I talk to my MFM doctor because you're
Yeah.
not the doctor. Let me talk to him first.
Right. Yeah. I feel like that's just like a quick fix. Like go on
It
insulin and
is.
it'll get
It
fixed. And
is.
it's like, but give me some time to like see if I'm not in danger and the baby's not in danger, like give me some time to like work it out myself. Because our bodies are
Yes.
pretty smart. Like as
Yes.
long as we give it what it needs, it most of the time can figure it out.
Hmm.
So good for you. That's a lot of dedication.
Definitely. Definitely. I will say, as much as this journey was amazing to me, this is kind of where the relationship started to kind of take a turn.
Oh, because of the gestational diabetes?
Yes, yes. My intended parents were like, do we need to come now? Are you going to give birth tomorrow? Like, what's going
Okay.
on? You
So they
know,
just got
like
worried.
they got
Yeah.
worried. And it kind of went from they don't trust what I'm saying as far as like I'm
Oof.
okay. Like they had to hear it from high
The
risk.
doctor. Yeah.
Yes. And so it was like, okay, like we got this. So I
Yeah.
let them talk to my doctor, let them ask all their questions. And he was like, no, you absolutely don't need to come right now. Like, she's fine. This can be a normal delivery. Because then they were like, well, does she need a C-section? Does she need, what do we need to do?
Right.
And so um, that kind of shifted a little bit.
Okay.
Also around the same time, and it may have happened a little bit earlier. I think it happened a little earlier. I ended up, I think I was around 23 weeks. I thought I was having contractions.
Oh,
I woke up in the middle of the night, like just hurting so bad. And turns
no.
out it was my gallbladder.
Oh my gosh. No, not while you're pregnant.
Yes, yes. So thankfully, though, that was really the one and only time because I did change my dieting because of the gestational diabetes. So I didn't really have any other issues like while I was pregnant, but I did have gallstones. So I was like, okay.
Okay.
So I went and asked general surgery. I was like, I went and saw one of the doctors. I was like, hey, like, can you just take my gallbladder out while like, right after I have the baby? You know, I'm already in the hospital. I'm
Yeah.
already, can you just do it? He was like, no, you have to wait till you're 6 weeks postpartum. I was like, okay, fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how
He said
interesting.
that the uterus is still too large and so he can't get to what he needs to
Oh.
get to.
Oh,
So,
that's fair.
so, um, I guess I'm skipping forward a little bit too.
You're good.
But so I delivered in July,
Okay.
and we can go back to delivery in a minute, but I delivered in July, and so my 6 week postpartum, it was in August.
Okay.
Um, I was going on a cruise
Woohoo.
around 6 weeks, I think. It might have even been four, honestly. That was like my gift to myself. I was like, ooh, let's do this.
Wait, I
So,
went on a cruise in August.
okay,
What,
okay,
what state did you go out? Did you go out of Florida?
out of Florida.
Oh, then never
Hmm.
mind. We didn't go on the same one. Yeah, that makes sense. You go out of Florida.
Yeah, so I went though, and my general surgeon was like, well, if I was you, I wouldn't go on a cruise because I was asking him like, okay, so what can I do to like help my gallbladder, like if something happens while I'm there? Because obviously I'm not gonna have gestational diabetes anymore, and I'm gonna eat
Right.
what I want to eat.
Mm. Oof. That's
So he was like,
hard.
if it was me, I wouldn't go, and I was like, well, sorry, I'm going, bud.
We'll be right back. But first, I want to take a quick moment to talk about something close to my heart helping families grow through surrogacy. If you've ever thought about becoming a surrogate, or if you're an intended parent ready to start your journey, Paying It Forward Surrogacy is here to guide you every step of the way. At Paying It Forward Surrogacy, you're not just a number. You're supported, celebrated, and connected with real people who've walked this path before. Whether you're just starting to explore or ready to take the next step, they'll make sure you feel informed, empowered, and cared for from day one. Visit payingitforwardsurrogacy.com to learn more. That's payingitforwardsurrogacy.com, because every journey to parenthood deserves heart, honesty, and the right support. Now let's get back to the episode.
I actually, and I did start having like gallbladder issues on the cruise again.
No.
It wasn't severe, but it
Okay.
did like wake me up at night a couple times.
Yeah.
Um, and then it just kind of stopped again. So I was like, okay, cool. Like
Okay.
I've just been off work for these like 6, 7 weeks. I'll go back to work for a little bit, and then before the holidays, like I'll get my gallbladder taken out. No big deal.
Okay.
The week before I was scheduled to go back to work, it hit me very bad. It was around Labor Day.
Oh
Hit me
no.
very bad. Couldn't sleep, couldn't do anything. Like anytime I would eat anything, it would like just start hurting so bad. So postponed going back to work a week. Had my gallbladder out Monday, went back to work on Friday.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh, bless
I
you,
was out of
girl.
time. I was out of like my PTO time. Like
Yeah.
my job made me use all of it, and so I didn't have any of it, and that technically wasn't pregnancy related, so like I couldn't
Right,
get
you couldn't
paid.
extend it. I
So,
I speak from experience when I say I literally know your pain. I had my gallbladder taken out in 2023.
mhm.
Worst pain I've
Yes.
felt. Awful. And I had to go back to work the next day. It was a whole
Oh,
shebang.
bless
Yeah, it
you.
was super great. So I am right there with you. At least you got a couple days.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
And my work thankfully was like, oh, you just take as much time as you need.
that's very nice. Mine was not.
Oh,
That's
that's
very nice. No,
awful.
but I'm really sorry because that's like I can't even imagine having to deal with that 6 weeks postpartum. Like you're still
Hmm.
recovering from like a
Oh,
whole
yes.
other shebang over here, and now you have to
Yes.
like because gallbladder pain is very intense. It's a very,
Hmm.
very intense, excruciating pain. Maybe not for
Yes.
everybody, but for me it was. And by
And
the
it was
way that
like,
you sound, yeah.
it was in my back. Oh, it was
Hmm.
awful.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was like, I would tell my husband I would wake up in so much pain. I'm like, I would rather have a baby without medication right now because at least then I know when it's going to be over. Like
Exactly.
this,
Exactly.
this
I
just
would
comes
have
and
to,
goes.
I would have to get up and like go sit in our recliner and just try to like sit as upright as I could and still
Yeah,
try to sleep. It was just like, oh,
it
hate
was
this.
awful. Oh, well, I'm glad that
Yes.
it was taken care of and you're feeling better now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Well, then how was delivery? You said 6 weeks, so I'm assuming not a C-section.
Correct. Correct. It was a
Okay.
vaginal delivery. So delivery was okay, I will say.
Okay.
It was not as good as my son. So my son, I was an elective induction. Like I was due right before Christmas, and I was like, "You're gonna be here before Christmas." So I did that, and I had him within 12 hours.
Okay.
With my surrogate baby, I had a planned induction because I also like I have no desire to go to 40 weeks. Take the baby as soon as you can, where it's
I
safe.
get you. Yeah.
So I had an induction scheduled. I think it was for July 29th. My due date was August 1st. Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's like
So
nothing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up, we had Bible school at church, and I was teaching like the 10-year-olds. And so we're at Bible school all week. I've started having contractions. I'm like 37 and some change weeks. So almost 38. Wednesday come and like things are just a little bit different. Like it's like more consistent. Most of the time they would stop.
Okay.
So more consistent contractions. Um, and so I left early and because I had my nephews with me. So I left early, took them home, and then I went home and like I took a shower and tried all the things to see if it would stop or see if they kept
Mm.
going. I texted my PA that I work with and I was like, Melody, what do I do? Like, do I need to go? You know, whatever. And then also to mention, so my intended parents had just arrived that Saturday.
Okay, so they
Um,
were there. Good.
They were. I turned 36 weeks on Friday and they got there Saturday.
Okay.
They came early just because, like I said, they were worried about everything and they wanted to
Sure.
be cautious. They worked from home, so they were able to like work here. So they just rented like a long-term Airbnb.
Perfect.
Um, so they were here and the whole time I was like, oh my gosh, they're here so early. They don't need to be here this early.
Aw.
I gave birth to the next week.
Oh my gosh. Look
Yeah,
at that.
I had her the next Saturday. They were in the hospital longer than they were in their Airbnb.
Really?
Really. So, I texted her around like 7 o'clock that night, it was either 7 or 9 p.m. And I was like, hey, like I'm having contractions. They're like 5 minutes apart, but I'm not really hurting. Like they're just consistent, but I just wanted you guys to be aware, like be
Hmm.
ready just in case. And she really pushed like, hey, let's go ahead and go to the hospital. Like I live 45 minutes away from the hospital. So
Oh,
she was like, let's just go ahead and go. Like we'd feel better if you were already there. So I went.
okay.
They checked me and I did progress. I went from like a centimeter to 3
Wow,
in
that's
the
pretty quick.
hour in the hour that I was there. Okay.
Okay.
So that is Thursday at like 12 to 1 a.m. Okay.
Okay.
Finally when I get there.
Okay.
I once again did not have the baby till Saturday. So
My
they kept me.
gosh. They what?
They kept me.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they cut you, and I'm like, what? Okay.
No, well, maybe, yes.
Oh no.
But yeah. Um, so they kept me and we're doing all the things. And
Okay.
because I'm not 39 weeks yet, they can't do anything until I get to either 6 centimeters or my water breaks to like help me progress, right?
Right. Wait, how many weeks are you 37?
I'm like 37. I'll be 38 on Friday. So I'm like 37 and 6.
And they
No.
wouldn't give you anything.
No. Even with gestational diabetes, they said I'm still diet controlled. If you were on insulin, we could do it at 38, but you're not. And my doctor that I work for is very by the book.
Okay.
She's like, I don't want to get sued.
Sure,
So
sure,
she's
sure.
very by the book.
Okay.
So yeah. I stall out at 4 centimeters and I'm just not dilating. I was stuck at like a 4 for like a day and a half.
No, you were not.
I was, and I was terrified to go home because I was like, well, I'm not in any pain, but like,
You
what
live
if something happens? I live 45
45.
minutes away.
Yeah.
And so I like begged her, I was like, please don't send me home. And she's like, oh, you're not going anywhere.
Okay,
Like, you're
good.
fine. But at this point, like, I want to say by like Friday, I'm getting so emotional. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I
Oh,
was walking the halls. I was doing everything.
she was cozy. She did.
Yes,
She
yes.
changed her mind.
She did. She
It's
did.
like, nah.
Yes. So intended parents had their own room as well. So we had two different rooms.
Wow. The whole time they
So
had their own room?
the whole time.
Super nice
So the
hospital.
way the way it works at the hospital that I worked for, we labor and deliver and stay for postpartum in the same room. And your room is your baby's room. So they don't have a nursery. Like they do everything there. If you have a
Yeah.
boy, like they take them for their,
Sure,
all
there's
their stuff.
certain, yeah.
But like you stay there. So like they just did like me under me and then they put their room under the baby.
Okay.
So they had their room the whole time. So they were just kind of going
Perfect.
back and forth, taking breaks between like their room, my room. Anytime like the doctors or nurses would come in, they would go get my parents and they would bring them to the room with them. I told them that was fine. So
Okay.
they wanted to be there. And my intended mom like held my hand for my epidural and all of that.
Oh, sweet.
My husband about passed out when we had my son. So I was like, you're not going to be in the room. So she
Oh
was there. She got a little lightheaded and had to sit down at the end, but it was like after they were done.
no. Okay.
But so finally, it was Friday night around like 9 p.m. I asked my nurse because I had asked, I was like, can I pump? Like that'll stimulate, like that
Oh,
makes
that's
me
true.
contract. I was like, can I pump? And at first they were like, no, because that's technically induction. Like if you want to be technical about it. I was like, "Ugh, okay.
Yeah, but it's not medication induction. This is
Exactly,
like a
exactly.
natural induction. If I was at home,
Yes.
people, I'd be doing this. Like,
Exactly.
close the door.
I kept telling all of them, I was like, just drop some Cytotec on the floor, like I know what to do with it.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
But so finally, my night shift nurse, I was like, I'm just gonna try again. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can I pump? Like, and she was like, oh yeah, yeah, I'll bring you the pump, no worries.
You go,
And
girl.
so she brings me a pump. No joke, Kennedy. I pumped for maybe 15 minutes and she was like, okay, I'm gonna check you because I hadn't been checked since like 4 o'clock. Okay. I pumped for
Okay.
like 15 minutes. She comes in, checks me, and I don't know if she was telling a fib. She might have been, but I don't care. She said, you're 6. We can start Pitocin. I said, woohoo.
Oh my gosh. How
So
funny.
that was like Friday night at 9 p.m. We start
Yeah.
Pitocin, go to sleep. Uh, I did not have any bad contractions on Pitocin. Like everybody says it's awful, and I did not have any a bad experience on it.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been on Pitocin. It's a hit and miss, I think, for people
yeah.
because a lot of the times it can be a really intense
Hmm.
contraction, but I had intense ones, but I didn't care. I knew that puppy was working, so I'll
Yeah,
pump it up.
yeah. I honestly I was starting to feel them, but like they were
Okay.
not bad. So they came and the anesthesiologists are on call. So, when they're there, you need to get them. And
Yep.
so 5 a.m. she comes in and she's like, hey, anesthesia's here. Do you want to get your epidural while they're here? I was like, sure, let's go ahead.
Heck yeah.
So I got my epidural, went all day the next day. I'm like 6.5, 7. Stopped again. I was like,
No.
you've got to be kidding me.
You just gotta keep pumping.
Uh, so like I said, so frustrated,
Oh, that is
whole
frustrating.
situation. They're
Has
kind
your
of going
water
back
not
and
broke at
forth.
this point?
Nope.
And they're not willing to break it?
Um, so they had like checked me and so like they checked baby by station. So like
Okay.
where they're at in your pelvis. She
Yeah.
was too high in my pelvis for them to safely break my water.
Oh,
They were afraid the cord was going to come out.
okay.
So, and then that's
Okay.
an emergency C-section.
Yes, it is. All right, we'll hold off.
So they come and check me and they're putting me in all kinds of different positions to try to get her to like come down and I'm literally like head touching my feet like bent backwards like it was crazy.
Gosh. Oh no.
So we go through everything. They do an ultrasound, she's face up. And so that's why
Oh no, she got
her
stuck. She's stuck.
yeah, yeah, so she's face up and won't turn around so her head's not like on my cervix like it should be.
Right.
And so they put me in different positions to try to get her to flip around. So she flips finally.
Oh, they didn't flip her
No, no, they didn't flip her, but they like put me in different positions to encourage her to
to
flip.
do it on her own. What a
And
nice option
so,
for you. Even on an epidural?
yes, yeah, yeah. They just positioned me with all kinds of
Jealous.
pillows and the peanut
Okay.
ball. And yeah, it was very weird, actually.
I'm very jealous of you. My second surrogate babe, that was my third delivery. The doctor comes in and is like, "Why is she not here yet?" I'm like, "How rude. I don't know." And he's like, "Oh, that's why." And puts elbow deep, turns her around, and I'm like, "Cool. Thank
Oh,
God I have an epidural, but still kind of
yeah. Well,
felt
see,
it."
my water wasn't broke yet, so maybe that's
Oh,
why.
so they couldn't do that. That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, they still
So
couldn't break it then, even though
no,
they
because
realized that she was faced up?
she was still too high up. They were just afraid she
Oh, this
wouldn't
girl just
turn
wants
and
to be so
yes,
dramatic.
a diva. A diva.
Big diva.
So we finally get this game plan because I wanted the specific doctor to deliver because I worked with her and I was
Okay.
hesitant about some of the hospitalists. And so we were just like, okay. So finally it gets to a point where I'm just frustrated. I'm like, we need to do this. The
Yeah.
hospital I worked for was Seventh-day Adventist, and so was my doctor, and it was Saturday, and she was at church. So we were literally on the verge of getting another doctor because I was like, I have got to have this baby. Like
Oh
I'm
gosh.
over this.
Yeah.
And so the nurse was like, "Well, let me check you. We can talk to this other doctor. I'm almost certain I can get him to break your water." I was like, "Let's do it." So
Okay.
we get my intended parents in the room and she checks me and my water breaks. So here I am. And then let me also tell you, so my mom and dad had been at the hospital, like my actual parents, and then my husband had been at the hospital.
Oh.
My husband had left because he didn't have any clothes with him or anything like
Okay.
that because this wasn't planned. And
Right.
we had to like rush out childcare and stuff. So he went home to like get stuff together and he was just going to chill for a little bit because nothing has been happening. And then my mom and dad left to get food. So like it's just me and the intended parents.
No.
Okay. So the first thing that goes through my brain is, oh my gosh, you guys said that the cord could come out and I would have an emergency C-section. I am like
Yeah.
freaking out
You don't have
because
anybody there
like,
to advocate for you.
no, no, and I'm like by myself and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, um, my water's broken. There was two nurses in there because they were like tag team and they were like, okay, let's figure out what to do.
Okay.
One of the nurses like starts grabbing towels, and my intended parents are clueless. They have no idea what's going on.
Oh.
And I reach over, grab my phone, and I texted my husband. I said, "Water broke. Come now." That's the exact words.
Oh no.
And like I said, we're 45 minutes away. So
Oh
I'm
no.
like in my head, I'm freaking out. So they kind of like calm down a little bit and I'm like, okay, everything's fine. So then I like tell my intended parents, I was like, my water just broke. And they're like, yay! Like they're so excited.
Yeah.
And then we had a whole thing worked out where like she was gonna be wearing a hospital gown and I didn't get like my son on me. He had the cord wrapped around his neck. And so I definitely didn't want that with my surrogate baby. Like she was gonna go to them first
I
thing. We had it all worked out.
get that. Yep.
Um, so delivery wise, everything starts going good. My doctor rushes in and she's like, her heartbeat keeps dropping. Like, we need to go ahead and like check you. We need to deliver like as soon as we
Yeah.
can. I'm like, okay, cool. Immediately, a wave of panic hits me, and I'm
Oh no.
like, oh crap, I'm about to do this for somebody. Like I've been
Oh
so
no,
excited.
setting
I've not really
you.
been nervous this entire time until this moment. And I just remember like I started kind of like shaking. I got those like shakes. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. And so my mom and my husband were able to be in the room. So they're there at this point. Like at
Oh,
this point,
good.
like we're all just waiting until I get to 10. And it happens pretty quick. So my water broke around like 1 and I had her around 3:30.
In the morning or in the afternoon?
No, in the afternoon.
Okay.
So like that went pretty quick once my water broke. That's all I
Yeah.
needed.
Super fast.
So they're just all kind of hanging around and I'm falling asleep like mid. And so my doctor rushes in. She's like, "Were you asleep?" I said, "Yes, I was."
You're tired. It's been like 2 days of laboring.
Yes, yes. And so my mom and my husband were like over here off to the side, and then I had a nurse here, and then my intended mom was on this side and she was holding my leg, and then
Mm.
dad was like off in the corner.
Okay.
I had told my mom and my husband they had clear instructions. I want pictures of this baby when she goes to her mom.
Aw.
And like that was like their top thing. Like I wanted it.
Okay.
So
Oh
my
no.
mom is actually like recording. Like she
Okay.
wasn't supposed to be, but she's like taking little video snippets every time like I have a contraction and
Do it,
all this.
mom.
So I have all these videos and they're wonderful. Like it's just sweet. But as I mentioned, like her heart rate kept dropping. So
Yeah, that's
heart
scary.
rate dropped. And what it was is she got stuck in my pelvis. So
Okay.
I had what's called a shoulder dystocia. And that's where baby gets stuck and they can't pass the shoulder through the
Past the
pelvic.
shoulder. Yep.
Mhm. So in the videos, you can see my nurse is literally like jumping on top of me, like pushing, trying to get her out.
Very
Um,
interesting.
yes, yes. And baby nurse that was there, she was a nurse practitioner that actually worked in our office. And so like I had a really close relationship with her as well. And I said, I want you to be in the room. Like you have to be there. And so she was baby nurse. But she
Oh,
was also like in telling my intended mom, like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening, like all the things. So it was so
super
wonderful.
nice.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
I ended up with an episiotomy where they cut you.
No! What?
Yeah. Yes, yes. Like
Why?
well, because she was stuck and wasn't coming out. Like it was it was
No.
it was bad. It was pretty bad. Um and I had the epidural so I couldn't really get into a different position at that time. So
No.
so she told my intended mom, she was like, "Hey, like you want to look away." And so like even with the epidural, like I still felt it a little bit.
Of course you did.
So that was rough.
Oh God.
Um, and so
Was it all the way, Amber?
baby,
Was it like,
no, no,
okay,
thankfully not. Yeah, it
okay.
wasn't all the way.
It's still horrible, but okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we are finally getting the baby out,
Yeah.
and my friend Darlene was like, "Hey, like you're not gonna get the baby. Like this plan is not gonna go because the baby's not breathing. Like baby's got to go to the warmer as soon as possible, right?"
Okay.
So she was kind of telling her like, "We're not gonna do the plan, all that." So baby's born. And my intended dad like rushes over, cuts the cord, and he's like phone in hand, you know.
Cute.
And so they like take her over. She's not crying at first.
Okay.
Then she starts crying. And so this is also where things kind of my feelings got hurt a little bit at this point.
Okay.
Obviously, like I 100% know the baby is their number one priority. Like they're not going to
Right.
stay there with me, of course. I didn't
Right.
expect that.
Right.
So they go to their baby.
Okay.
She's turns out she's fine, no
Okay.
issues, all's good. Then they come back over and she sits down in a wheelchair and they're gonna wheel them to their room because you can't just carry the baby. So she's gonna start skin to skin.
Okay.
Before they left my room, they said they did not say a word to me.
Okay, hold on. So not even after babies, not even after baby's born, like nothing, nothing.
Nothing.
Not really?
Nothing. Um,
That
and
breaks
my
my
mom
heart for
and
you. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. My mom and my husband, like I said, were like there and they were like over to the side. And so once my mom could get over, she like came over and my husband did as well because they're like
Yeah.
sewing me up and all the things. And my husband was actually upset with it too, and he doesn't get upset. Like he's like, I don't care.
Sure. Well, his wife just went through something big and traumatic. I mean, you got an episiotomy, and it was a very long
Yes,
labor. And
yes.
I mean,
And that's not
thank
it. That's
you.
not it.
Oh God.
So they go to their room.
Okay.
Everything happens with me. Like I get cleaned up. They take my
Okay.
epidural out. I get my
Okay.
food finally.
Oh, love that food. Wait,
Samantha,
have you
my
not
cord.
eaten for 2 days?
I did. I ate like on Thursday afternoon, I believe. Maybe Friday morning sometime. I don't remember.
I don't like
I've
that.
been eating popsicles.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you need a burger.
So I had a what's called a killer potato. And
Okay.
that is a big baked potato with like barbecue chicken and like
Ooh.
cheese and all the things. It was so not healthy. So
Oh my
good.
gosh, that sounds so good right now.
And I had a donut while they took my epidural out. Like that was the very first thing I had. My mom had them there waiting for me.
Good, treat yourself.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So
Yes.
I'm sorry, we got off
No,
topic.
you're fine. You're
So
fine.
you have your meal.
So I'm eating my meal, and
Yeah.
Samantha, my coordinator, texted me and she was like, "Oh my gosh, she's great. Like, I'm so glad you're doing good. Like, she's
Okay.
beautiful." Immediately, I said, "You've seen her?" Because at this point, my intended parents I haven't seen them. They didn't even send me a picture. They sent my coordinator a picture before they sent me a picture. I literally just birthed your baby.
I don't get that. That's a very weird. They were chill with you this whole time while you're laboring. Were
Yes.
they were chill
So,
with you after the whole diabetes situation? Like
yes,
it got
yes.
better. Okay.
So at one point, so we had talked originally about me coming to their baby shower. And
Oh,
that was like, cool, cool, cool. Like, yeah, I'll come. And then it got pushed to where like it was past my travel, like when I couldn't travel. So
oh,
then she was like, hey, like we'd love to have you on Zoom. We want you to meet all of our friends and family, let them see
okay.
the bump, all the things. I'm like, okay, cool. And then like 2 weeks before, I get a text from her and she said, hey, so the time got pushed back for the baby shower and it's going to be late where you live. It was going to be like 9 o'clock where I live. And she was like, so we're just not going to do Zoom.
It's a
And I was
little
like
weird.
32. I was like 32 weeks at that point. So like, and I see the best in everyone too. And so like, I'm just over here like, oh yeah, things are great. Like it's fine. And like my coworkers are
Yeah.
like, that's not cool.
No,
So
I hate to put it out there, but to to me it is, especially with the delivery and everything, like when you add it all together, I could understand maybe one thing and then like rectifying it
Yeah.
later. But like
Yeah.
all of that together is kind of a slap in the face, like a little disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And then so like they finally like told my nurse like they were ready to like come and see me and wanted to know if I wanted to come to their room or if they could come to my room and like ask what I preferred. And
okay,
my nurse like was aware of the situation, like I had told her everything, and she was like, "Oh no, you guys could come to her. Like she just had a baby. Like you come to her."
for sure.
So they come to my
You go, nurse.
room. Yes. So they come to my room and they had like a card for me and they got me like a little necklace.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was nice. I intentionally made sure like I wanted to like hug them first. Like
Okay.
so I hugged both of them. Of course, I'm like emotional. I'm crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah.
All the things. And by the way, Samantha had sent me the picture at this point as well. Like she
Okay.
immediately texted me the picture when I
Yeah,
said
but it
that.
should have come from them.
It should have. Yeah, it should have. So they get the baby and I get to hold her.
Okay.
Um, and something big from your podcast is like the whole hour time with the baby.
Yeah,
And
that
I
that
talked to
contra
them about
that
that.
contradictal thing that we put out
Yes,
there in the world
yes.
everybody hates us for.
I had talked to them about that just to like ask, like, hey, are you open to this?
Yeah.
Like, you guys can grab something to eat, and like, I'll just like, it doesn't have to be the same day, like that whole
Yeah.
thing. I didn't care. They were so open to it, and then the
Okay.
time comes,
No.
and I'm holding her. I held her for like 5 minutes, and just pretty much long enough to get a picture with them,
No.
and she was kind of hovering over me, like. I did not feel comfortable. And so I was just like, here you
Yeah.
go, you can have her back. Like, and
Yeah.
then they stayed in town for like a couple days afterwards.
Okay.
She was in the hospital for a little bit because of my gestational diabetes. She had to have an insulin drip.
Oh, okay.
Her body wasn't like regulating her sugar the way it should have.
Okay.
And so I left the hospital on Sunday, so the next day. And then my son did get to come and meet her.
I was gonna say,
Um,
okay.
but it wasn't like what I was expecting. Like I was wanting like them to be holding her. Like I didn't
Yeah.
necessarily want him to hold her, but like I wanted him to see them all together.
Yeah.
But he just got to look in the bassinet. So my husband came. My mom never once laid eyes on her, which
Really?
she was there for the transfer. She was there for the delivery. Like never once
Oh
saw her in person,
no.
other than like the quick, like you're, out and,
Oh wow. Poor mama. That's not. Mama was
yes.
there for a lot of it.
She was. And
Yeah.
that was something too. My mom was like, "Well, you're our family now. Like
Yeah.
this is a whole thing." And no, it's not that way.
Oh,
Um,
Amber, I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. We're
I know, but
we're we're
it's
making it.
it's hard to
Hmm.
the initial process of that, like mental process of that. That's why we harped on it so much. And it's not
Yes,
like
yes.
we're not saying that that's absolutely what everybody has to do, but it doesn't have to be an hour, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes.
Yes. Just don't hover over me,
And I
at
think
least.
and that's the big thing. That's why we say alone because it's and while I understand because I've talked to intended parents that have had very strong views on it and while I understand that and I completely respect them 100%. I get it. You've waited however many years to have your baby.
Hmm.
100%. I'm just saying you trusted me for 9 months and you weren't
Exactly.
hovering over me and I got your baby here safely all I want is 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, however much time you're
Yes.
comfortable with. So that way, me and my family can have closure without being observed. Like
Hmm.
it's very awkward, especially when you have a little, because my son was little too. I, it's to me, it was really important to have that full closure. Hey, look what you helped mommy do. Look at the
Yes.
baby. It's so important for kids, I think. But
Hmm.
that's my spiel.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am
And
sorry.
so yeah, yeah. So they actually, like I said, stayed in town for a few days before they went home.
Okay.
Um, and a friend of mine had a lot of breast milk left over from when
Oh,
she was pregnant. I didn't plan on like pumping full
something.
term, and
Yeah.
so I just did not. But we had given them a bunch of milk.
Okay.
And then my husband also was able to get dry ice from his work, and they were going to use the dry ice got going home.
Super
So
nice.
I was going to meet them. So, like, they were staying where my hospital was, so 45 minutes away from me.
Okay.
And the intended dad was like, "Oh, I can just like meet you like halfway and get the dry ice." I'm like, "No, it's okay. I'll bring it to you."
Yeah.
Like, you guys are I just played it off like you guys are busy packing. Like, I'll just bring it to you. But I really wanted to see them and I wanted to see
And
the
the
baby.
baby.
Yeah. Um, so I get there, they invite me into their B&B. I go in and they're like, "Oh, she's upstairs asleep." So
It's so
finally before I leave, I was like,
weird.
I know, finally before I leave, because at this point also I've never seen her hands, I've never seen her feet. And it's like
Wow.
you want to see that. Like that was inside of me, you know, like
It's the mental process of it. Like, I
yes,
don't
yes.
think some people understand that. Like, we don't want to keep your baby. That's not what
100%.
this is. I don't want your baby. I
Mm-hmm.
want to, I want my mind to be able to process everything that happened, see the baby, and be like, okay, cool, little one, we did it. Like, go
Yes.
us. And then bye. Like,
Yes.
go have a merry, merry little life.
Mm-hmm. So before I
Oof.
left, I was like, hey, like whenever she's not swaddled up, can you just send me a picture of like her hands and feet? Like I would like to see her little details,
Yeah.
her ears, all the things. Because during this
Yeah.
whole process, also, mind you, I work in an OB office. I
Yeah.
have access to an ultrasound machine the whole 8 hours I'm at work.
You're
So
right.
I have seen this baby, okay?
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh, okay, well, we can go upstairs and see if maybe like her hand's out of her swaddle." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So we go up and like I just got to look at her. That's it.
Wow. Oh,
So she
Amber.
sent me a couple of pictures once they got home. And then I talked to them last when I was actually leaving for my cruise, and I haven't talked to them since. But we are friends on Facebook, so I've seen like update pictures. She's actually 6 months old yesterday, like as of
Wow.
yesterday. So,
Yeah.
I've just been like seeing her from a distance, I guess. So,
Oh, I'm really sorry. Like, I
oh yeah.
am.
And I texted them on Thanksgiving and said, "Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have had a great day." Like, I've just been trying to give them space, but the
Yeah.
answer I got back was, "Thanks, you too." So,
That's,
journey number two,
we know what we want.
we know what we want.
Yeah.
I am matched with a wonderful couple in Orlando.
Yay!
Yes, yes. I have cream of the crop because, like, I'm here, like, I can see
True.
everybody.
Yeah, dreams.
Um, so they kind of like stood out to me, and I kept trying to like give them to other people, and they just kept coming back. Like, and I was like, okay, it's destined, it's me.
Oh,
So I was very open with them about how I was treated and what I'm looking for, and all of that. And they are 100%. They seem very. I'm in records right now. I'm waiting on their clinic to approve my records, but like they're very sweet and they're just very understanding and
good.
definitely. So,
Good. I'm so glad to hear that. I really hope you have. I've heard somebody say this in the past, a redemption journey.
yes, yes,
Not
that's
that
what we're
this
hoping
one,
for.
not that this one was super horrible, but you didn't get the closure and the ending that you had envisioned.
Mhm.
And so I
Yes,
really hope that you get that this time.
definitely,
Oh my
definitely.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, we covered a lot.
I know. I'm
Well,
like, oh my gosh.
no, no, okay, but we'll tap on this real quick. But now you
Mhm.
work for the agency that you were with, yes?
Yes, yes.
How
Exceptional fertility.
amazing. That's amazing. How is it? How's it going? What do you do? What's your
Oh, I
role?
love it. I love it. So I'm a surrogacy coordinator. We're a really small agency, so we have two surrogacy coordinators, two egg donor coordinators. One of those is part-time, and then we have two girls that are bilingual, and they kind of help with both. We live in a highly Hispanic population where we're at, and so they deal with our Spanish people. And then Jennifer, which is the owner, and she helps out with everything pretty much. So we're a very small agency. We're in the process of trying to grow. So we're trying to maybe eventually get a little bit bigger. But right now we're just kind of hitting all the stops, getting all the information that we can
Yeah.
and going from there.
Well, everybody's got to start somewhere, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And it's funny because so I was texting with Samantha. She ended up being my coordinator because she was with those intended parents. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I could work like part-time doing record review or something like that, just because
Yeah.
like I was in the OB field. And I was like, oh, I wish I could do that. And she's like, well, we don't need anybody part-time, but we need somebody full-time.
Oh my gosh. And so did you leave your MA job?
So I did. I was actually hesitant. I was like, at first I told her like, no, like I'm not looking to leave because
Yeah.
I loved my job. I was so
Sure.
happy. I loved everything about it. And then I talked to my husband about it. I mentioned it and he was like, oh, well, just go interview, just see what they say. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, okay, cool. So I did. And that was like right before Thanksgiving, I believe.
Oh, so this
And
is new.
yeah, yeah, I started here on December the 1st.
Oh my, you're fresh.
Yes, yes. So I came and like shadowed with Samantha a couple days and just kind of watched what she did and was telling my husband about it. And he was like, it just seems too good to be true. Like,
Yeah.
what's the catch? What's the
Right.
catch?
When's the shoe gonna drop, right?
Oh, so I finally got him talked into it. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And so I put my notice in right before Thanksgiving. Worked my 2 week notice, and the day after Thanksgiving was my last day there. And I started here,
Wow.
like I said, on the 1st. So,
Good for you.
yes, it's been wonderful. I have about 5 cases that I'm working. Like, so I just started with all the new people.
Yeah.
And I'm just going step by step with them. I've had a couple who, records didn't pan out or,
Sure.
something just didn't work where we can't work
Yeah.
with them. But I have 2 surrogates right now that are, one is actually going for like her medical screening tomorrow.
Aw.
And so there's her, and then those intended parents actually have 2 surrogates, and they
Wow.
just matched their second one last week. So we're getting the ball rolling with her.
How fun. Oh, that's
Yes.
the dream. Working in the
My,
industry.
yeah, yeah. My first week, I went to a transfer in Alabama.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
like, there was nothing else for me to do here, and Samantha had to go. Samantha was going. The surrogate didn't have a travel companion, so
Aw.
we do that. We will travel with the surrogates if they don't have a companion. Also with the egg donors.
Super sweet.
Mhm. So we traveled with her. It was only about 3 hours, so we just drove. Um, so I got to go to her transfer. I went to an appointment, I think, first, and then we went to a transfer. And then one of Samantha's surrogates didn't have a companion for her transfer. Her
Oh.
transfer was Saturday.
Oh. Oh, and so
And
that's the one that you went.
so we went up to we were in Connecticut, but we ended up like going over to New York while we were there. So that was fun.
Very fun. Oh, well, good for you. See, look, everything happens for a reason.
Definitely.
Steps are always in the right direction. You just might not know your destination yet.
Definitely, definitely. And
My God.
it's just been wonderful. Jennifer is just all around. She's a wonderful person and I just love her.
No,
So,
we really
yeah.
enjoyed speaking with her. Gosh, was it a year ago now, I think? Yeah.
It's been about because so I
Yeah.
actually told Tiffany, she was the coordinator that was here.
Oh,
Um, I told her I was like, you guys should go do this podcast. And the next thing I know, like here they are. I was like,
oh
oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, how funny. Yeah, they had reached out and we were like, oh my gosh, absolutely. We never turned
Mhm.
anybody down. Anybody's got a story, come on and share your story. We absolutely love it. We love meeting new people, love talking to people, and it's even better when they're such nice, genuine souls. So
Yes. And actually, to update you, so Samantha did a twin journey back when you talked to her. She had done a twin journey.
right.
She delivered a surrogate baby in September of 2025, actually.
Wow.
Yes. So I delivered in July, she delivered in September. And then surprise, Jennifer did a surrogacy and
Nuh-uh.
she just delivered on December 23rd.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow. That's awesome.
now we are all seasoned. We've all done it. We know what to tell people.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you have firsthand experience. That's the
Yes.
best.
So Samantha's working on doing it again as
Oh,
well.
I love
She's
that.
matched and we're both at the same clinic. Our intended parents are the same clinic. I was like, let's do it together. She said, no, we can't be off at the same time.
I love that. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's
I
so
didn't think
funny.
about that part.
Right.
Um,
That's
but yeah, it's
aw,
been great. So
amazing. I love that. Do you have any advice for anybody who's starting off or looking into surrogacy?
hmm definitely it's not like we said, it's not a fast process. I actually had a surrogate recently who she applied in December and thought she was going to be pregnant by February.
Oh,
So I was like, no, I'm sorry.
not around the
Um,
holidays. Yeah.
yeah, definitely do the research. I tell everybody to listen to your podcast. I
Oh, you're
mean,
so
it's
sweet.
it's literally the best resource, and so that's definitely a big thing. Do the research.
Yeah.
Know what you want to happen. Don't
Yes.
be don't be so like willing to say yes to everything either.
Yeah, I think it's really good to have some things that you're like, yeah, no, maybe I don't
hmm
want that. I mean, if you're a person who's just like, yeah, free for all, then I mean, by all means, go
Yes,
ahead.
yes.
Go
I
ahead.
think
We live and we learn.
if you're doing it just for the money, like sure, but like if you want a genuine connection and you really want to do this to help someone for that reason,
Yeah.
like have an opinion, I guess
Yeah.
is the best thing to say.
Yeah. It's
Don't
definitely helpful.
yeah, don't just say, "Oh, it's up to you."
Yeah. We're all surrogates are definitely people pleasers, but it's
Yes.
okay to be like, actually, I want this for myself. I want a relationship because that's what I want, or I want
hmm
the intended parents to text me, every so often. Like you
Yes.
got just have
This is
something that
something,
makes you feel happy.
yes, and that's something too that like I thought I was weird. I thought because like I thought I was selfish, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, I want the attention. Like, I want you to want me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be wanted. I want to
Sh-
be needed, you
Sure.
know?
Well, of course. Surrogate, I don't, I mean, I'm not trying to speak for everybody, but like I think there's that little sense of like we all are like we want to help somebody and in a weird way, it does feel good to be like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm appreciated. Like I am
Yes.
appreciated and somebody sees that what I'm doing it 'cause I want to do it. I want to give. I want to, my
Mm-hmm.
heart is here and somebody notices that. And I think that that's like a big quality in a lot of surrogates.
Yes, yes. And I definitely, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's bad to say, but it's like I craved the attention
That's
to a
not bad to
sense.
say.
Like I wanted to just shout it from the rooftops. Like I just loved all the oh my gosh, this is great. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, for sure. The recognition of it.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, but I'm not like that normally. So
No,
that's why it's weird to me.
no, but surrogacy is its own world and it's just like a beautiful little niche and it's once you find it, you don't ever want to leave it and like
hmm
it's just a feel good community, which thank goodness.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
goodness. Yes. Oh my gosh, Amber, this has been so amazing.
I
Thank
know,
you.
I've loved it. Like I said, I'm so excited, totally
Oh
fangirling.
my gosh, you're so cute. Just a normal person, I promise.
Oh,
I'm
no,
here to
like,
chat
oh, I love
whenever.
it. Oh, I love it. I know I have you and Raven. Is it Raven? I always want to say Raven. Is it Raven?
Is it Rachel?
Rachel. I always want to
Rachel.
call her Raven
No, you're
because of
good.
her username. It reminds me of like that's so Raven.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why.
No, you're good. You're good. I know. I love Rachel. Rachel's been here
Yes.
with me since day one.
Oh, yeah. She'll comment on my stuff and I'll comment on hers
She's a
occasionally.
huge supporter of
She
everyone. I
is. She
I give
is.
her the credit because I am tired. I work a full-time job. I am tired at the end of the day. And if I pop on and I see something, I'm yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
It's
yes.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
I
A
give her
hundred
credit.
percent.
She's there for everyone all the time.
Yes,
Yeah,
she is so sweet.
she
And
is.
then I saw she just delivered too, so
She
so exciting for
did.
her.
Yeah. Happy
But
for her. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. It's been wonderful speaking with you and meeting you. And my gosh, yeah, keep me posted on this next journey.
Definitely. And I would love to do any of your Friday facts or anything
Oh,
if you have anything.
100%. Yes, I will let you know. I gotta get a list together for this year. We
Yeah,
didn't do
yeah,
that many last year. Life got away from me, so I'm hoping to
yeah.
get back on it this year.
Well,
But
I
yeah.
would definitely like to talk to some of the other girls and go from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, awesome. Sounds great. Okay, well, I will definitely be in touch.
All right. Thank you so much, Kennedy. And like you
Of
said,
course,
tell your
thank
mom I
you.
said hi.
I will. I know she says hi. Awesome. Have a great night, Amber.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Amber. That was amazing. Your story is so sweet. I'm really sorry that, you know, my heart is with you because I understand parts of it very, very well. But it seems like everything happens for a reason, and you're healthy, baby's healthy, and now you get to go on to have a beautiful second journey. So, thank you so much for sharing your story. If anyone has any questions or stories they would like to share, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Stop.Sit.Surrogate or at our email at stop.sit.surrogate@gmail.com. And this has been another episode of Stop.Sit.Surrogate. See you next time. Bye. Before we wrap up, we want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors: Northwest Surrogacy Center, New York Surrogacy Center, Paying It Forward Surrogacy. Their continued support helps us share real stories, educate our community, and connect families through the incredible journey of surrogacy. Thanks so much for tuning in to Stop.Sit.Surrogate, where every story matters and every journey is worth sharing. We'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link to our YouTube channel in the description. And be sure to also check out our children's book, My Mom Has Superpowers, sold on Amazon and Etsy.